What is going on, guys? Thank you for joining me. Welcome back to the second episode of Season 4 with FC United Manchester on creating a legacy. Now we are just going to see how the season has started, and what I will say is since episode 1 of Season 4 I've not signed anybody else. I am still looking, as I said. I'm wanting to bring in one or two players just to give some more strength and depth, and that is going to become more needed, as you will see when we go on the squad screen. But first off, on the schedule screen, so since you were last with us for the Salford game, we beat Hyde 2-0 following on from that, a 0-0 away to Gloucester before coming back to Broadhurst Park for a 1-0 victory against Ashton United, and then we have just collapsed against Boston United 4-1, which I don't quite know what happened, but hopefully we can turn that around today against North Ferriby. So, still early on, so not going into too much detail. As you can see, we're sitting in 6th place, but 1 point off second, 5 points behind Boston, who obviously beat us. So, as you can see there, we've got Bram Ellison's out, Lee Sibston, Jafford Matter, and Sam Cox are all out injured, so that obviously proves that we do need to look to bring in some more. I do have a loan signing very close to being agreed, but I don't want to show it in case it falls through if he rejects me, for example. So there's not much more to show you this episode. We're currently sitting on 726,000 in the bank, just in case you wanted to know. Again, I'm hoping to push for the professional status, and we need the money for that. So I'm kind of hoping I might be able to apply for it soon, because Season 4 is still a semi-professional. It's holding us back not being able to train every single night. What I will say is I've changed to highly structured for the game against Boston, on the suggestion of my assistant, and it obviously didn't work too well, so I'll go back to structured there for this game. O'Toole's got it, he lays off to Johnson, to Morton, he gets it back to Bender, and that game, that is over. It's going overall. Bender at left wing here, throw in, Morton just misses it. Does everyone get back in shape? Come on, people. Come on. Still closing down though. Davies. What we'll do is we'll wait till the 10-minute mark and just see who's started the game strong for them. Davies on the ball again, lays off to Carvel. Do you know what? I was just watching him there. I'm gonna start on this guy because he had the space on the edge of the box. Then when he ran into the box, nobody tracked him again, and he's their set piece taker. So it shows he's got a good connection with the football. So let's stop him being able to play so much. Hart with it into the keeper, but he just calmly controls it. That's not going to be a threat to us. I'm going to have to check the keeper's instructions. He's told to play it short, but he seems to be getting very excited and kicking it long every single time. I don't quite understand why he's doing them from them situations. Brady into Johnson. Johnson O'Toole in the middle of midfield with Ellison out. Morton gets it back to Gilchrist. Gilchrist cuts inside. Oh, he puts it wide. Gilchrist still looking for his first goal of the season after getting 20 last season. Johnson to Gilchrist. And that just missed there from Gilchrist. Unlucky there for him. Johnson, right, cleared by Carvel. But Turnbull picks up playing in the DM role today. Johnson with the deep ball. Linfield misses it. The only player, I think, still in the squad from the starting squad. He's with us for the 4th successive season. In fact, as I look through, he definitely is. Hugh Johnson came in Season 1. I think that's it. Yep, I think that's it. Hugh Johnson with the set piece. It hits the wall. That is unlucky. But, oh! He tries to bend one into the corner, and that was close. So we've not actually had a shot on target here, which is quite worrying. Ball in. Oh! They heard me talking. First shot on target. Or second shot. And we have gone 1-0 up. And John Joe O'Toole with a goal to lie with that. And actually, if I'm looking there at the table, you can see Boston must actually be losing. Done with the long clearance. Gilchrist is in. Poor wide, didn't he? It was just letting the ball run off behind him meant he had to slow his pace down completely and ended up costing us the chance there. Let's give them a bit of motivation. You weren't that bad. Beings do better. I have faith. Davies to Betson and Abbey. Let's just have a little scout just quickly. Davies has done well. Carvey's gone off. Maybe Judo's putting pressure on him. Sam Hart is the person I want to be picking up. It's the left back. The wing back. Okay, they're playing wing right. I'm going to mark both the wing backs. I don't know, I should have seen I've got the tactic in the bottom corner. And then just totally basically taking them out of play, being able to play wide. Smart thinking. Hopefully. Like Enoch's in the heart, who's you can now see is marked a bit, and the guy's following him back, which is nice. Merton intercepts to O'Toole, to Johnson, to Merton, or Morton we're going to call him. Johnson to Gilchrist, to Morton. Come on. I think Morton's been a blessing come to the youth system. Delighted with him. Turnbull picks it up in the Gilchrist. Gilchrist to no idea who that was to. Going to take off Gilchrist and bring on Howarth. Gilchrist has not impressed me this game so far. See if we can push on. I wouldn't mind the second goal to encourage them. 13 shots there, 4. And we've only had 3 on target, which is slightly worrying. Concerning now we've been so poor with accuracy. 62% possession. Naby spreads out wide to Hart, who should be marked, but we just left him completely alone, and that's what happens. Johnson. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring on Andy Howard on the left wing, because he's a defensive midfielder, and my plan is to man mark their wing backs. We need to cut them out basically. I genuinely think if we stop that, they're not going to create anything else the rest of this game. So let's just get this done now. I do apologise for your name, my cat. It's basically just freaking ignorant. It does it every night. It literally does nothing, and as soon as I start recording, it decides to go into hyper mode. Basically, it sounds like an attention seeker. Right, they're waiting for the substitution here, guys. I have no idea what's happening at the minute, guys. It's one of these situations where the players just kind of stand there looking a bit lackadaisical. Look, that guy's doing some stretching in the middle. He's still doing it, just a couple of stretches. There we go. It's quite funny to see them just doing a bit of warm-up. Coming up to 10 minutes to go, we're still leading 1-0. I'm just going to go to defensive more than counter. I don't really want everyone running forward. That was an interesting highlight. The bloody until we in the Conference North, the cameraman didn't even know where we were. Lost camera. The cameraman's lost. Linfield to Howarth. Come on, get your first goal. Unlucky. O'Toole to Linfield. Linfield just lays it back to Mills. To Turnbull. To Johnson. To Howarth. Come on. Howard's got it. Back to Johnson. We'll make the third change, which is going to be Charlie Stone coming on to play in the middle. 10 minutes to go. Come on, let's see if we can secure this victory, which will be a big victory. Big victory, and we are playing some beautiful football to start the season in terms of getting enough shots. If we can get more on target, we're holding the ball well, possession-wise. We play passing, completion is up at 80%. 587 passes this game, 373 for them, so we are passing the ball more than anybody else in the league, I think, currently as well, which is nice that after 4 seasons we're starting to play some beautiful football. Is it coincidental that's happening now? I've stuck with the exact same lineup from last season nearly. It's amazing what failing to make signings can do. Liz, Linney, come on. 88th minute. Tighten up. Contain. Let's just make sure we do not concede. Highly structured. Bender into O'Toole to Stone. Over 600 passes in the game so far for us. Turnbull spreads it to Howard. Beautiful. Howard just lays it back to Bender. There's no rush. He didn't bother pumping it and losing it. Stone to Howarth. Howarth to Turnbull to O'Toole to Turnbull to Stone. Oh, we're just toying with them. We are just toying with them here. Linfield. I don't think Linfield messed around, no. Ball in straight away. O'Toole's got on the edge of the box. Again, back to Turnbull. Into Stone. I almost feel bad for them. Ball over the top. Intercepted. Come on. Bender. Up to Howard. To Bender. Turnbull. To Stone. To Howarth. Ball in Linfield. Come on, took it. Oh. We'll take the set piece. They've only had one shot on target, which is nice. It means we've restricted them. 63% possession, still at 80% pass accuracy. And we've got the victory. That is 1-0 for FC United Manchester. That's 4 victories in the first 6. Stalybridge away. We've started poorly. They've just lost to Harrogate next. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back for the FA Cup second qualifying round, because I've said it every year and I wouldn't mind getting to the first round just once, please. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.